There is a fortress in Peru that doesn't exist in any official record, not hidden by forest, not buried, standing, precise, waiting for someone to ask why the people who made it left no name. In 2019, a team working in the highlands north of Cusco found something that shouldn't have been findable, a structure so deliberately positioned, so engineered into the mountainside that the stone itself seems to deny accident. The walls fit without mortar. The joints are tighter than a whisper. And the fortress, because that's what it is, not a settlement, not a shrine, covers an area the size of 40 city blocks, built at an elevation where the air holds half the oxygen of sea level. Whoever engineered this was not experimenting. They knew exactly what they were building. The scale of what was discovered is hard to hold. The outer defensive perimeter stretches nearly 2 miles. The central plaza alone could fit 10,000 people. The stonework is so precise that modern engineers have run the numbers twice. The tolerance on the joints is measured in millimeters, not centimeters, millimeters. That is the gap between one perfectly cut stone and another, repeated thousands of times. In a structure built without metal tools or written architectural plans, as far as the official record claims. But here is what they are not saying clearly. The fortress predates the Incan Empire by at least 1,000 years, maybe more. The dating is inconsistent because the tools used to build it don't match anything in the region's accepted timeline. The stonework technique is identical to structures in the Cusco Valley that are dated to around 3000 years ago, except this fortress is more complex, the engineering is more refined. The defensive design suggests a level of military planning that archaeological consensus says didn't exist on the South American continent until much later. You feel the weight of that gap. That is not a missing link. That is a missing 1,000 years, a missing civilization, a missing answer to the question, who are these people and where did they learn to do this? Let me put the scale a different way. Stonehenge was built around 100 years ago. The Great Pyramid of Giza took maybe 20 years to construct. This fortress, the one in Peru that doesn't officially exist in historical timelines, required the same level of planning, engineering, and labor coordination. Except there are no written records of who ordered it, no accounts of its construction, no myths explaining its purpose. It is as if an entire civilization mobilized to build something, then collectively forgot to leave a story about why. The architecture itself argues something else. The fortress is positioned on a ridge that offers defensive command of 3 valleys simultaneously. The gates are designed with a kill zone funnel that forces approaching armies into overlapping fields of fire. The water systems, because there are water systems carved into the stone, engineering clean water through a structure built on a mountainside, suggest permanent habitation. Long-term planning, the consciousness of people who thought in terms of generations, not seasons. But there is no pottery that matches known dating. There are no graves with identifiable remains in the standard burial sites. There are tool marks on the stones themselves that do not match any catalogued stoneworking technique. It is as if whoever built this understood a method of precision that was lost. Completely, everywhere, forever. Here is what the official story does. It acknowledges the fortress. Then it sidesteps the questions. It assigns it to a Proto-Andean civilization and moves on. A name that means we don't know who these people were and we are not comfortable with that not knowing. So we have given the mystery an official designation which somehow makes the mystery less visible. Naming it makes it disappear, but walk through the site and you feel something different. You feel the hand of a people who understood weight, who understood force, who understood that if you stack stone on stone with enough precision, the structure will stand for 3,000 years without mortar, without maintenance, without apology. You feel the presence of a civilization that was not primitive, that was not developing, that was not learning, that was already knowing. The missing piece, and this is where the unsettled part begins, is the record before the fortress. There is no archaeological layer beneath it, no earlier structures that show the learning curve, no settlements showing the gradual development of these people's understanding of stone and space and engineering. The fortress appears in the record like someone had already gone through all the learning and arrived at mastery, fully formed, ready to build something that would last forever, and then nothing. The fortress is abandoned, not destroyed. Abandoned, no sign of siege. No violence in the archaeological record. No bodies, no refugees, just a civilization that built something permanent, then walked away from it, leaving no explanation. The questions this raises are too large to answer here, but they are not rhetorical. They are underneath every piece of accepted history about South America. They sit under the official record like a door we have decided not to open. A civilization engineered one of the greatest defensive structures in human history, built it with impossible precision, maintained it for centuries, then vanished, and we have named it away. Given it an official designation, made it safe by making it official, by making it the kind of thing you can skip in the history books without feeling the weight of what you are skipping. The fortress still stands, the stone still fits, the engineering still argues someone knew, someone planned, someone built. The question that stays with you is not historical, it is stranger than that. It is, who are the people capable of this? And more importantly, where did they come from? Because the record does not answer that. The official history has no room for it, so the fortress remains precise, unapologetic, waiting for someone brave enough to ask what the stones have already answered.